Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, The Voice Within, where we together rediscover, heal, and strengthen the voice within us by helping other fellow humans. So take a seat, close your eyes, and let your mind dive. Hello, guys, my name is Kunal, and I'm super excited to start this journey with you all. I'm no different, just a regular human being trying to do his part, but I have decided to step up and step into this new realm where I'll try to find myself by helping others trying to find themselves. I think it will work. I believe in it. Do you? Maybe you can answer that when this podcast concludes. Self doubt. To understand self doubt, I have taken three inputs from three different people through the form. What form and where to fill it, I'll just explain it later on. So the first input goes through this. I cannot find a solid reason for my survival. Everything seems too difficult. I don't believe in myself to be capable of doing anything. Alright, so this person is clearly going through a small part of self doubt, which has, through the consequence, led to this situation. So now we'll address self doubt from scratch. So, guys, when a person goes through a havoc-wreaking situation in their life, they are often pushed into a deep hole where they cannot climb up from, and many things start to happen. Like the plans that they have made or the dreams that they have planned of start to distort. Many people that they held close also start to walk away, and they find themselves in a dark, limitless void. A void that they are so willing to climb out of. The void that they find a small inch opening that will just help them to get out of that entire dark mess. But you know what? That's beautiful. That, not the void obviously, the willingness, the deep desire inside that person to really walk out of the void through a better life outside is really great, because sitting inside that void, none but only you can help yourself. And this is where the inner voice comes into play, where it guides you, where it makes you ask questions to what and how you can really climb out of that void. Now, a person, when he or she climbs out of the void, there comes the next step. The next step is called acceptance. Now, many of my fellow friends have usually went through such problems, and they often skip this part where they try to really ask questions, where they try to really know what went wrong and accept it really, rather than suppressing the problem, which is just waiting for a doomsday to happen. So what does acceptance means? Acceptance means to really cry your heart out, moan till you really feel well, and then ask the important questions like, what happened? Why did it happen? Who made it happen? And was it you the reason that it happened, or it was someone else? If it's someone else, then it doesn't matter, because it's just part of a blame game then. But if it's you, even a small percentage of you was involved in the entire mess, how? And why? And how can you improve on it? It all matters that you answer to these questions. Now, many people are going to scream at me for telling them to go into that mess again to, find answers. They're going to tell, hey Kunal, why are you making us dig our own grave? And why are you asking us to fix something that is unfixable? So please guys, try to understand here. We are not trying to fix anything. We are just trying to learn something. To learn from our mistakes, make the inner voice understand what went wrong so that it can brace the next time. Alright, so you have done the asking questions part, you have done your part in doing the investigation on whatever went wrong in your problem or in your situation. Now it's time to move forward to the importance of time. Now, we are not going to think of time as a difficult probability theory type of time. We are just going to think of time as the time we perceive in our day-to-day lives, like seconds, minutes, hours, years, in that sort. So I see many posts and many friends and other creators using the term that time will heal. I really don't think that it is misleading, but I just think that it doesn't give the entire information to the reader. So here I'll try to explain something. Now, time is a very complex entity, but let's just personify it for easier experience. Time has a job. Time has a job to create futures, not just for you, but for many fellow human beings around you. Time is equal to each one of them, and it cannot say right and wrong, it cannot make black and white for your situation. It has no job, it is not designed that way to help you from your problems. So, time just moves on. It just gives you that period, that entire zone, so that you can work with it. Now, it is your duty and of the people who really care about you to utilize that time to heal you. Now, most of it goes in your self-penance. And why I said penance is because it's true. When you really feel that you are somehow related to the problem caused, you try to heal yourself by really understanding, punishing yourself by going through the thoughts again and again. But yet, every time you go through that thought, you find a new way out for the next time. And that's how you slowly learn, you slowly accept it, and you move forward. Similarly, the people who give you advices, the people who come to you for comfort or give you comfort, use up that time to heal you. And that's how, my friends, the time doesn't heal you. It is you who utilizes time to heal yourself. So don't sit around waiting for time to pull you out of that void, because it is not going to. It will just give you that period, that phase, that zone, and then it will walk away. Rest is left to you. Now, after this is done, the importance of time is understood, there comes a phase in everyone's life where all these problems that we have previously dealt with, or at least we think we have dealt with, arise again. It finds a way to seep into your present from your past, and you think, oh my god, it's back again, and you start to panic. But this is where your little investigation is gonna come into play. This is where your inner voice has now all the answers to fight that phase, to tell it that, dude, now I aim for a better life and you cannot ever pull me back into the void again, because now I know why I need to heal, because now I know why I need to move on. Coming to the part of move on, often I hear thousands and millions of people telling other people that they need to have dream, because fighting is not easy. Fighting without a cause is impossible. So your inner voice can only fight the phase when it has a dream as a target, when it has dream as a motivation source for it. So when you have a dream, you can fight millions such phases in your lives and still not fail, because you have the persistence, you have the dedication to reach that dream that you aim for, the life that you want to live, and the dream that you want to live. So please, friends, find a dream for yourself and keep fighting. Fail thousands of times, but it's fine, because the dream will, end of the day, make it worth it. Also, I have many a times seen that many people, when they reach this phase of their life where they see the dream, now they are sure of the dream, now they start walking towards it, or let's say running towards it, and many of them fail. I guess most of them, some part of the time, fail. And everyone has to fail before they reach their dream. That's how it is made worth it. It's not as simple as running from point A to point B. So you won't even realize what happened, and you won't learn anything unless the dream makes it difficult for you. Unless you realize, you learn through the entire process of reaching from the point A to point B. Now, many people learn the improvisation. What improvisation means is, when a person fails at certain problem, the person tries to analyze, note down the problems that they had and how they failed. So the next time that they fail, it is a new problem that they encounter and not the same one that pulls them down. so they are always incrementing positively towards their dream. But some people, like the person we are reading about in the first input, this person has definitely tried a lot in his life, has definitely tried to fight the problems to reach his or her dream. But the only thing that I can sense is that this person did not improvise. They did not make the changes that were necessary. They did not have a mistakes chart. Now, what is a mistakes chart? So, guys, you need to sit down, take a pen, and every time you fail, just write down all the mistakes that you made in the entire process. And now, nothing will matter. Once you learn, once you start or state your goal as cutting out or removing the mistakes from those mistakes charts, none of the opinions from your people, from friends, from parents will matter. Nothing will matter. Only the goal to strike out every mistake from the paper will matter. And you will run towards it. And I promise you will fail. You will fail so many times, but yet you will stand up again. You will stand up again because now you want to cut out the next mistake from that chart. And so, friends, soon enough, you'll paint a better picture of your dream. And I promise that. Now, moving on to our second input. Here the person says, I'm stuck with a decision. What should be my next step? I have planned something, but it isn't precise and I'm not sure whether that will work. I'm afraid of the failure. So guys, as you can see, the person here is definitely at the stage where they know their dream and they are trying to reach that, but now they're scared of the failure. Now this only happens when the person is trying to compare other people running the same road, chasing the same dream maybe. But this is where we fail, this is where we fail to understand. Now let me feed something to your minds that was fed to minds one. That life isn't a race. There is no start point, there is definitely an end point, but there is no length to it. There is no right time to reach the end point. It isn't a race. Some might reach it in 2 days, some might take 2 years. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless you reach, because that's what matters. Reaching your dream matters. Now, most of the times, these people, like reading through those inputs and reading this input, you realize that when the person is trying to chase a dream, they often come to a node where they have many decisions. They have multiple decisions to make to reach their goal. And this is where the people usually panic. They are like, oh my god, what if I trip the wrong wire? The bomb will go off. It's not so. The maximum thing that can happen is that if you walk a wrong path, you have to return all the way back and try and start a new one. It all takes courage, but definitely not a life. So, what you need to do is you have to use your experience, your inner voice's call, and eliminate as many options as you can from those. And if you come to a point where all the decisions now make sense, just go ahead and try each one of them. If you're lucky, the first one you try makes you reach the dream. And if not, you have to keep trying the rest too as well. But after all, someday or the another, you are going to reach the dream. So don't be afraid to keep on trying, my friend. Now, I have a very important and simple yet important input from the third person. People in your life come and go, but then come some from whom you never want to walk away. Choices. Our choices create a bit of separation. Mainly the career choices, I am afraid of the separation. So what the person here is trying to say that now he has surpassed everything, he has got away from the void, he has climbed all those ladders that we defined before, and he has even decided which decision he has to make. He has defined his journey, his path to his dream. Now he's walking towards that dream. But this person now stops, and in the process he realizes that, my God, I need these people. These people have been there for me. And they are everything to me. How can I just walk away from them? Is my career going to sacrifice the friendship I have with these people or the relationships I have with these people? But I just want to tell this person through a example that I have, and also to you guys, to some way, if I can prove it to y'all that it doesn't matter. Alright, just take an example of a treasure hunt game. Anything that you have played, from small games to big ones. In that treasure hunt game, you define a treasure and you just chase it. Your protagonist chases the treasure throughout the game, through various levels, various difficulties, beautiful scenarios, beautiful lakes, and sometimes molten lavas and falling rocks, crocodiles, and whatnots, and you just make it to the treasure. You are ready to die for it. You are ready to invest a lot of time for it. And end of the day, the treasure makes it all worth it. All those weird ups and downs, it all makes it worth it. In real life, guys, friends and friendships are the same way. Friends run the map or run the entire journey together for the treasure of true friendship. If all scale the entire journey together and reach the treasure, there is a bond that is so difficult to break now, that is so pure that the human constraints are far from to break it. Now, this person who is worried due to the human constraints like time, energy, or let's say the distance that the person is from his friends or her friends, I guess these things, these materialistic human things, don't matter in the friendships or in the relationships that are truly based on pure bonds. Because now, if in your journey you by chance you really miss out on that treasure, if you really forget that treasure somewhere, that treasure is gonna go back to those people and to that place where you initially took it from. So if ever in your life you realize your mistake and want it back, you just have to scale that map, because now it has a journey inscribed onto it that you last traveled, and now all those memories, all those paths you took with your friends will help you and guide you to reach that treasure again, and it will all be same just like before. Now guys, one more last thing that you'll end up with is, to that person who asked this doubt, if you ever maybe can take whatever little time you have to spare, genuinely call out to those fools to come and give you a hug and kick if you have been gone for long, because obviously then you deserve it. But guys and my friend, losing friendship is not possible unless the friendship is based on materialistic bonds. A true friendship is far away from this. A true friendship can outlast you as well. So please stay confident, tell your friends, express everything you can with them, tell them your fears so that they can know that you are not far away from them from your heart, just away from them in your physical sense, and it will all be back to normal. So guys, through all these three inputs, we have come to a conclusion that self-doubt can really harm you. It can really harm your entire journey towards your dream, and in the process make you feel like you're useless, something that you are not, something that nobody is. It only takes a matter of time and your efforts to really walk out of that mess and prove yourself to the world, to the society, and most importantly, to yourself. So don't lose hope, don't lose confidence in yourself, because you can achieve something that you cannot even dream of. So explore those limits that the life has given you. Say thank you every time you wake up for another day, for another try. That's all for today, guys. That's all for this episode. And about the forms, I will really request all of you to visit my Facebook page, where the forms are linked in the Contact Us button, and just press it and put your input over there. Also, you can follow our Instagram page, where we have added open link to the form where you can go and fill it out. Also, you can add any of the suggestions or comments on this video and give us suggestions so that we can improve the next times. After all, what I like cannot be your liking too. So please help us improve so that next time we can be more relatable, we can be more specific to the problems that you guys are facing. Also, if you like this podcast, just hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye.